Hello friends, and welcome back to Unbound Learners Pre-K. Happy Friday! Are you ready to sing our good morning song together? Let's make our arms into a big circle out in front of us like this. Now we'll raise them up high, and let's give a little stretch from one side to the other, and back to the middle. Now let's bring our circle back out in front of us like this, and now it's time to sing. Good morning, dear earth. Good morning, dear sun. Good morning, dear rocks and flowers, everyone. Good morning, dear beast and birds in the trees. Good morning to you and good morning to me. I hope that you all are having a wonderful day so far. Let's get started with our calendar and weather chart behind me. First, we're going to start at the top with the month. Do you know what the month is? January. You're right, friends. The month is January, and today is January 22nd. So let's move our chip over from yesterday, which was the 21st, to the number 22. And when we say the day, we say today is January 22nd, and the year is 2021. All right, let's see those counting fingers. We're going to warm them up and count all the days that we've had so far in the month of January together. Are you ready? Let's start up here at the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Great job counting, friends. Now it's time to sing the Days of the Week song. So because there are 7 days in the week, let's see 7 fingers like this. Now it's time to sing. There are 7 days, there are 7 days, there are 7 days in a week. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And if we go back down here, who remembers what the day was yesterday? I'll give you a hint. Thursday. Yesterday was Thursday. So that means that today is Friday. Today is Friday. And if today is Friday, tomorrow must be Saturday. You're right. Tomorrow will be Saturday. But let's sing Today is Friday. Will you sing with me? Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Today is Friday all day long. Today is Friday. Today is Friday. Today is Friday all day long. And if we move back up here, we have the season. Who knows what the season is? The season is winter. And back down here, we have our weather picture. So that means that it's time to sing the weather song. What's the weather? What's the weather? Can you tell? Can you tell? Is the sun shining? Is the rain falling? Can you tell? Can you tell? What's the weather like where you live, friends? At my house, today is a very windy day outside. When I look outside, I see the branches moving in the wind. I even see some leaves that are left flying up on the ground because it's so windy outside. And look at that. The temperature chart is on blue. So that means that it's very cold at my house. Today is a cold and windy day. Now it's time to talk about the letter of the week. Today is the last day that we'll be talking about this letter. Do you remember what sound this letter makes? Very good, friends. Can we make that sound all together? Ready? Eh. This letter says eh. And do you know what letter this is? Excellent, friends. This is the letter I. And this is a lowercase I. I says eh. Now today, I couldn't fit my mystery inside the box because it was a little bit too big. I'll still give you a couple of guesses though. Remember, this is something that starts with the letter I. Now this is a type of person that is so small and young, they don't know how to talk or walk yet. This is also another word for a baby. Do you know what it could be? Do you see what I have? This is an infant. An infant is another word for a baby. And when babies are still very young, they don't know how to walk or talk. Infant starts with the letter I. Today is also the last day that we'll be talking about this number. Do you know what number this is? 7. You're right, friends. Let's count 7 fingers. So we're going to hold up one hand like this, but that's only 5 fingers. We still need 2 more fingers to make 7. Let's see 2 more fingers. Now we have 7. Let's count them together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 fingers. Now I have 7 things and they can fit inside of here. Are you ready to see what I have? I have 7 acorn tops. I'm going to line them up and will you count them with me? Look at this one. These are attached. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. These 2 are also attached. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 more acorn top makes 7. Look at these. These ones were attached. Let's count them together one more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 acorn tops. So because it's Friday, it's the last day that we'll be talking about air transportation. Today we're going to be talking about parachutes, but it's not the type of parachute that you play with on the ground. The parachute that I'm talking about is attached to a person's body and allows them to float through the air and land safely back on the ground. A parachute is made out of light, strong fabric, and when it inflates, it is dome-shaped. Now, a long time ago, pilots used parachutes as a way to land safely during an emergency. But now parachuting is considered to be a competitive sport and even a hobby. Parachuting can be a little bit tricky to explain without a visual aid. So for today's work, I thought we'd make our own parachutes. So for today's work, you are going to need a coffee filter, any type of string. I have some yarn here. A figurine. You just want to make sure that the figurine has 1, 2 arms. A pair of scissors and a hole punch, and this is optional. You don't need to have this. Now the first thing that you're going to do to make your parachute is take the coffee filter and you're going to fold it in half like this. We need to make 2 holes in the parachute. So I'm going to use my hole punch, and again, you can just use a pair of scissors instead. And on one side right here, I'm going to punch a hole like this. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side. So take your pair of scissors and cut a small hole or use the hole punch. Now when we open up the parachute or the coffee filter, we should have 4 holes. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next step is to take the string. You're going to cut 2 pieces about 1 foot long each. So this is the first string, and we need 1 more about 1 foot long. And remember, friends, if you need help from a grown-up, always make sure to ask. Some of this can be a little bit tricky, cutting and folding, so just ask a grown-up for help on those parts. The next step is you're going to take your figurine and you're going to take 1 piece of string and you're going to hook it underneath the arm on one side like this. So it's just hanging. And you're going to do the same thing with the other string on the other arm. So just hook it under the arm like this. Now we need to attach our parachuter to the parachute. So this part might be a little bit tricky. You're going to take the extra string that's looped under one arm and you're just going to loop it through the 2 holes on the coffee filter. So pull the string through 1 hole, and then you're going to do the same thing to the other hole. Pull the string through, and then you're just going to make a little knot like this. Tie it up. So one end is underneath the arm, and then the other end is just tied and looped through these 2 holes here. Now we're going to do the same thing to the other side. So you're going to take this extra string from the other arm and you're going to loop them through the other set of holes. Sometimes it's a little bit tricky getting the string through the hole. There we go. 1 more. And when the string is through both holes, just tie it together to secure it. Just a little knot. Almost done. And look at that. When you hold it up, you have a parachuter. So up here is your parachute, and the person is attached at the bottom. Now that you have the parachute, your next step is to find a high location for the parachuter to fall from. So if you need help making the parachute, your grown-up can help you with that part, and then it will be your turn to have the parachuter drop from a high spot. Let's get back to circle time. Welcome back to circle time, friends. Remember, when you're ready to test out your work, just make sure that you've found a safe location to do so. And once the parachuter falls, the parachute will fill up with air, and that will allow the parachuter to fall slowly and safely and land back on the ground. What happens when the parachuter falls from different heights? You can even adjust the length of the string to see if that makes a difference in the fall. What a busy week we've had learning all about air transportation. What is your favorite way to travel in the sky? I would love to be able to travel on a rocket ship one day. Join me next week for the final part of our transportation unit, which is animal transportation. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to my channel and check me out on outschool.com for live and interactive classes. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next time, everyone. But before we go, we have one last song to sing. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. I'll see you next time. Goodbye, everyone. See you on Monday.